Well, that doesn't look pleasant. Missed the supply crate.
Should have brought a cart.
Sneaky, sneaky developers. Speaking of which, well, actually, I can get a new skill. Oh, I never spent it before. Well, we'll just rebuy that. That's right, I did die before I fought the Deathbringer. And then I didn't even need it the second time. How fitting. It's super weird that there's all these supply crates littered across the place with resources that shouldn't be here. But unless there's, you know, someone who has been around. That is certainly possible. The Band of Sea incident. Another problem to add to our big steaming pile. Apparently a fisherman in their Band of Sea captured video of a Hearts to Mark Horberus unit refueling via biomatter conversion along the shoreline of Ulaanbaatar on a pod of endangered dolphins, no less. Quite possibly the last of their kind. Not to get graphic, but it looks like what happens inside a blender, as if the robot was whipping up a big pink swirling milkshake of dolphin chum. Wow. Okay, so it sounds like they first had a problem with the non-combat units. Or actually, no, a Horus unit was combat. Never mind. Our suppression team has scrubbed it from 43 network, but it's still propagating, so it's only a matter of time before it goes viral. Spirit statement was grossly insufficient. Any suggestions? This one's a real stinker. Maybe make machines that don't eat animals.
A way up. All it takes is a few good handholds. All right, made it. Wonder what we'll find.
Alright, anything other than this? Well, we're going to be able to leave through that. 6% power remain. Secure 3 zettabyte storage rack.
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
And the data point.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
All right, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have...
It's got her voice, too.
Brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You've screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So, spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
You're killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Les.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean?
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
Okay.
The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth, but somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I am speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
So is Zero Dawn
Look on the bright
cloning
side,
or
Ted.
something?
From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Mass extinction event?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
Take away the food. The robots die.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Thero robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, You uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. Sylens. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
All right, Sylens. You've made your point. I came to these ruins hoping to learn more about this Elizabeth Sobek. And I have, but I still don't understand my connection to her. Or why the Eclipse is trying to kill me. Or who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Exactly. Which is why it's time to expand your frame of inquiry. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Pharaoh robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
Not so fast, Sylens. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead. Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse describe him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades. It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the Eclipse to resurrect Pharaoh robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself. Now if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
Wow, told him.
Who are you, Sylens? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal? I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the Eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I am nothing if not independent.
You said you've known for some time that Pharaoh war machines destroyed the civilization of the Old Ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
But the robots we've seen so far, the Corruptors and Deathbringers, they don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of?
You've been using my focus to spy on me. How's that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice, that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses.
And you can spy through other Eclipse's focuses too.
Usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Is there any chance that Elizabeth Sobek could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation, wasting time.
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists, as a ruin. The Asaram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
You'll find it in the Eastern Mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners had better be improved. Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up here, at least.
Gave him a stern
US
talking
Robot
to.
Command next, to learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
Well, 6% power. I say I'm gonna climb higher, I think. Like just leaving would be the easy way.
Can't carry more.
It's fine. Have a really good vantage point from up here. Power cell.
Another one of these power cells.
Nice.
What do I do with it?
That was definitely worth sticking around for. Imagine we'll just keep repeating this little process over and over again.
Rain. Oh well, I'm mostly waterproof.
Oh. Okay, and so somewhat of a predetermined, well, not somewhat, but nice little predetermined way out. Because they weren't going to make us go through all that again. I gotta think there's something waiting for me at the bottom. It's been too peaceful.
Easy, easy.
So yeah, Zero Dawn means they're replicating humans or restarting, like, the human race, like, once, you know, everything's been, or all the machines been gotten rid of, they've all died off. Seems like. We're not ready for that corrupted zone. So haven't I been... Okay, hold on. Before we go too far. Grave Horde level 18. Got a whole bunch of other side stuff to do. In the meantime... Alright, so... let's head on back to the outer limits of the city, I think. Or not the city. Hold on. There you go. Let's go back to Meridian. Turn that mission in, and then we'll head on to other stuff. We've certainly got enough fast travel packs. I just need the unlimited one now. Which hopefully the materials that I need to buy for it, I can also find in Meridian, because I've got enough metal shards to where it shouldn't matter. No price is too high for unlimited fast travel. Because the map's expanded to the point where it's I want to say it's annoying, but it's to the point where if I had to ride however long that would be awful. And the farther you fast travel, the longer it takes to load, I've noticed. Alright, now we're back in a nice sunny and warm place. Let's talk to... Robbing the rich. I said, that was a heck of a long way to go, just for talking to this guy, random dude in Meridian.
A man named Nassan came to see me, and we came to an arrangement. I think many in Sunfall will benefit from it. All this from a stolen sword. As they say, follow the shadow, and you'll find a flame.
2,000 in a small loot box, or remarkable. Speaking of which, I probably have a few things. I need to sell.
I've seen this 4 times already.
Great Karja Artisan. So I need to buy a sawtooth heart off of somebody. Let's go through all of this stuff that we don't need. Keys, the glass, toothpick. Like I don't need a lot of this stuff either. Trying to look at like what do I have the most of that I can get rid of? Or do I have multiple of? Like Watcher hearts. Probably can sell some of those. I'm just hoarding at this point. Probably need to sell some of these green ones off. Got much better replacements. Like anything under 10%. I'm thinking. That's the most basic one of that. %, fire, 27% fire. %, resist freeze. This is probably going on the sharp shot bow. And once I get Tinker, I can mess around with a lot of this stuff. All right, so 5 slots there is good enough. Outfits, don't really think that's going to be a concern. All right, what do you have?
Yes. I remember you. Yes, trade quickly. I have work to do.
I do have some coffee cups for him.
What sort of ritual?
I'm convinced there were some, but eat, but
Are you sure people...
drink.
Or I have to get a whole set. Okay, actually, now I recall.
I will leave you to the You're everything I'm not. Strong, brave, active. Come.
Mystery boxes, flower collectibles, machine resources.
Talk a spell.
The mystery boxes kind of seem like a waste, but I mean, there's the possibility you get something good out of it. Alright, Strider Lens, Watcher Lens, Grazer, Shellwalker, Broadhead. Sawtooth Heart, I think it was. Hey, do you want to take this Ridgewood off my hands? No, nobody wants the Ridgewood.
Oh.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road, kids. Fine goods, fair price.
What did you want to talk about?
You were an outlander, no? An adventurer.
I used to be one myself. I admit, I miss the beguiling colors of the wilds. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special kind of flower. It's made of metal, like a machine. Other blossoms grow around them in amazing patterns. These gleaming beauties are very much in demand among my clients. If you bring me some, I have valuables to trade for them. Ah.
Well, I've already got a map for metal flowers. Okay. Wait, what was
I
that?
am always happy.
Okay, so special reward boxes for just getting that stuff. I'm gonna imagine the same thing. For what the guy who's looking for the coffee cups.
Again. A moment of your time, Outlander?
No. Had too much of it already. Eclectic collectibles. Artifact collectibles. Hunting goods. I just need the infinite fast travel pack, and then I can just sell all the other ones off. I'll make a profit out of it.
Buy what you need, leave the rest. Come take a look. Could be a good price.
His face was totally not drawn in yet. That was creepy. Free sample box? Sure. What kind of free sample are we talking about here? Fox skin. Dang it. Does somebody have animal? Vessel collectibles, mystery boxes, flower collectibles machine, eclectic, artifact. Guess I just need to go find that myself. Well, I've got like 8 of them left, so I don't think that's a huge concern. But let's line up the next mission that we need to get. So that'll reward us with Lodge Blast Sling weapon box. I mean, there could be rarity past purple. Or maybe it's just got specific buffs. Ancient Armory is not too far out of reach. Alright, so level 15 on that. Okay, so one of these level 15 missions. So this one's fairly close. Alright, we'll go there next.